I'm gonna show you how to assemble sliding doors for Ikea Pax wardrobes. In this case, we have the AULI mirror panels. All this assembly gonna be in the 3 parts. Gonna show you different way how to assemble these sliding doors, and in the part 1 I'm gonna show you how to assemble the sliding doors on the floor. So that's the case when you have enough space in the room. If you don't have enough space in the room, in the part 2 I'm gonna show you how to assemble this Ikea Pax sliding door on the side. Check both videos. You may find one easier or one more difficult, so check which gonna work for you. In a part 3 I'm gonna show you how to put all the rails, the top and bottom rails, and how to put the doors on the rails and off the rails, how to lock it and unlock it. So everything what you need to know in this regards. Let's do the part 1 now. So this is what you're getting with the AULI sliding doors for the Pax wardrobes. First things, useful tools. I have bigger and smaller electric screwdriver. This one is with adjustable torque. The small one is just the screwdriver. The bigger one is the combination drill and screwdriver with adjustable torques. If you like to see what I'm using, all the links for the tools are in the descriptions. Here we have the AULI mirrored panels. I'm gonna open everything up just to show you what you're getting with these AULI sliding doors regarding all the fittings and the stuff in the box. So you get the one big long box here. I'm just gonna open everything up so you are aware of what you're getting with these sliding doors and how much stuff you're getting. As we go along the assembly, I'm gonna tell you all in detail, so don't worry about that. I'm just gonna open this quickly up just for you to see how much stuff you're getting. And then as we go, I'm gonna explain everything to the screw, what going where and what is for. So this is all the stuff you're getting here. As I mentioned, gonna be 2 videos about the assembling doors, and the third one is regarding the how to put the doors up and down and regarding the railing. Check both videos. You may find one easier or one more difficult, so check whichever one gonna work for you. I'm usually assembling on the side as it's gonna be in a part 2, but you do you, so just check both of them and decide which one is for you. Manual instructions you're not gonna need if you're gonna follow this video, so that can go out of the window. And here is all the stuff we have. So there is, you see there is a lot of panels on the side already, and there's gonna be a lot of screws, so you're gonna need a lot of patience for these doors. I think this is the most difficult part of the wardrobe, so make sure you do these things right, otherwise you may run into the problems which you don't want to. Don't worry, let's just do it. It's gonna be fine. Just follow me and you'll be fine. So this is all the brackets. You see plenty of stuff, bit confusing and maybe a bit scary, but you can do it. Just go along with me, or just check how is it assembled, and then you can decide for yourself if it's too hard or if it's easy, and you can make it easily. So just check the video out and you're gonna see. This is the screws you're getting with it. I like to organize them so you know better what you're working with. Don't worry what is what now. I'm just gonna go through everything, so I'm gonna explain everything in a moment. Quite a lot of stuff with these wardrobes. It may be a little bit scary or confusing at the beginning, but as we go, you're gonna see it's not that difficult how it looks. All that said, I'm going to too many places where people mess it up, so just bear that in mind. By the way, the video on how difficult it is to assemble these wardrobes is coming up. This is what you need for one door, and this is gonna be the inner doors. So here we have 3 slim long panels. That's gonna be the dividing panels on the middle, top and bottom dividing panel, 2 long side panels, 4 L-shaped bracket, 2 left, 2 right. See they mark R and L. 6 long brackets, slim brackets, top and bottom hinges, screws in a plastic bags. Those are the same. That's the main screws. 6 small screws. You're gonna have 7, 1 is extra. And those plastics, those are new. By the way, I have the old video on assembly of these wardrobes. There is few changes, so I changed it around. This is the duster, which is gonna come at the end. I have the older video what I was mentioning, and there was a slight update on those wardrobes, so this is the update. We're starting with the L-shaped brackets here. So we have 2 left and 2 right ones. We're gonna need 4 of these plastics, and we're gonna start with the right side. Just push the plastic in. There's a corner kind of sticking out, so just push it in there. You can position it exactly the same as I have. You see the longer part of the plastic is sticking up, so that's how you put it. And this is the right one. You have a mark R on it. So we do exactly the same for the two right L-shaped brackets. For the left one, which they mark L, we're gonna do the same, but we're gonna mirror it with the right one. So the longer part of plastic sticking up. You see how I'm positioning the L-shaped bracket, so just position them exactly the same. So this is the left one, and put the plastic sticking, the longer part sticking up. So the L-shaped brackets are ready to go into the side panels. So this is long side panel, and we place the first bracket in, and this is the left bracket. You see the plastic is coming nicely at the end, it's covering the corner. Exactly the same for the other side panel. Second L bracket, so left bracket, just slide it in. There it is, it's coming nicely on the edge of the bracket and the plastic covering the corner. If you're in the right position, that's how it's gonna look at the end. Twist them on the side, and you're gonna need 4 of these screws. So these screws we're gonna use for all these connections here, so exactly the same screws. This is the screws from the 4 small plastic bags. So secure it, each L-shaped bracket, with the 2 screws. One on the top, one on the bottom hole. And we're gonna do exactly the same on the other side, only with the right brackets, or L-shaped brackets mark R. Place the bracket in, slide it all the way in, and the plastic covering the edge again. Nicely right on the top of the holes. And exactly the same with the second bracket, just slide it in. 4 same screws, 2 for each bracket, securing at the bottom hole and the top hole. This adjustable torque on this electric screwdriver is fantastic. You never overrun these screws, they are so easy to overrun. So with adjustable torque, you just adjust how hard you want to go on the screws, and you never overrun the screws. I'm going to so many places when I need to open those panels, and it's so hard to open when the screws are overrun. You cannot just, sometimes you just have to drill them out to get them out. So here we're connecting together with the top or bottom panel, and we secure the panel with the 2 screws. So that's the middle holes. Here we're gonna need those 3 slim panels. You can prepare them on the side, and we're gonna need 3 of these brackets. Just straight bracket, kind of U shape on the middle, and 3 screws. So we place them on the middle, this way up, and secure it with the screw. On this side, we're not gonna secure the screw completely like a heart. We just leave it slightly so we can move the bracket left and right. I'm gonna explain in a moment why. Do exactly the same with the middle bracket. Just push it in here. First time I see this, there was I think when they were making those panels, maybe the machine didn't clean it up properly from inside, so there was kind of metal sticked in. So if you have that case, just get rid of it, because when you push the bracket in and it's gonna be slightly twisted, you may have a problem when you're connecting the whole frame, or the glass not gonna be like nicely straight. So just get rid of whatever dirt you get inside if you get something like that. As I mentioned, I see this first time. Usually they are very accurate when they're manufacturing these frames. The holes are nice and clean. It was just, but there is always first time, so if that's happened to you, you know what to do. Here, third one, exactly the same. Place the bracket in and secure it with the screw. We can put this the other way around, as it's gonna be more convenient for me, but I'm gonna figure out it wasn't really more convenient at the end, but we learn as we go. So first panel, this is the AULI mirror panel. Put it on the dividing panel and then put it on the edge and just slide it in. You see I'm doing that with one finger here, so not too much pressure. Just push it in. Make sure you all the way in to the top panel or bottom panel and the side panel, but don't put too much pressure on the panel. Here in the corner, that's how much space you're gonna have from the glass from the bracket, and on the other side you end up here nicely in. So make sure you start with the first panel completely in, and then you can carry on with the second one. If you don't put this one completely in, then the second and third one you may end up with 2-3 millimeters gap on the other side, and that's not good. So make sure you completely in, but don't put too much pressure on the panels. They're coming nicely easy in. Now the slim dividing panel, slide it into the brackets, which we twisted slightly to the side. That's why we didn't secure it completely. There is a small gap. you're gonna have to push it in. There is kind of a rubber isolation inside those panels, so just push it in. You see that's how much you're gonna stick out from one side and the other side. Another bracket here, don't forget to put this, otherwise you're gonna have to open the whole frame at the end. So put this in the slim panel, just slide it in, that's it. Here, second panel, put it on the long side, on the dividing slim panel, and just nicely put down on the edge. So it's holding on the two sides, and now just slide it in. See, push one side in, and then push it from the bottom. You see, I'm not putting too much pressure. I'm pushing it in, but just slowly. Once I'm in to the gap, you see, that's how much you're gonna stick out from the edge of the dividing panel. Now we have second dividing panel, push the bracket out, slide it in. So it's connected nicely with the side panel. Lift the glass up slightly and push it in to the gap. As I mentioned, there is these gaps with the kind of rubber isolation between them. So just push it in to the rubber. It's gonna pop in nicely, not much pressure. Those rubbers are there because when you're gonna slide this door on the rail, it's not gonna rattle the glass, not gonna rattle with the metal. So it's nicely isolated the sound. Gonna stick out a little bit from the end. That's how it's supposed to be. Nicely connected, no gaps. That's how I want it. Exactly the same with the second bracket. Just slide it in for now. We're gonna use that at the end when we're gonna lift the whole frame up. Just slide it in, don't forget. As I did this a million times and I still forget sometimes to put those brackets in there. Third mirror, exactly the same. Put it alongside the slim panel. You're gonna have easier time if you don't have mirrored or glass. You're no need to be that much careful, but when you have those glass panels, as I mentioned, don't put too much pressure on them. They're easy to crack. So if you twist it the wrong way or push it too much, so all this supposed to come nice and easily in. You can see I'm not putting too much pressure. I push it once, I feel it, I'm in the right gap, and that's it. Here, same thing, slide the bracket out and push the dividing slim panel in. Lift the glass up slightly and push it in. You see it's coming almost alone. just push it slightly. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm going to too many places with the broken glass and the frames kind of funny adjusted together. So here is the gap which you end up if you're in the correct positions. The glass is sticking out slightly. Third bracket, slide it in. Do not forget. And the fourth panel, place it on the edge of the slim panel and put it down. You see, like with a baby, very gentle, and just slide it in. Regarding the positioning, you see I have plenty of space at the front, but not too much space on the side. I'm gonna figure that out in the moment. So if you do this on the floor, make sure you have at least 40 centimeters on the all around the frame. See, nice gap between. That's how I like it. All the panels nicely in. At the end, you're gonna have this gap here, which is supposed to be there. So that's for the last panel. All the panels are connected nicely. So here we're gonna put the top or bottom panel. So the second panel here. So this panel here, just slide it in. Lift the glass up and slide it in nicely. The important thing here, I see in some places where I'm going to correct the doors, a lot of people didn't put this panel into the correct position. There is kind of like a U-shaped almost at the bottom. It's like a kind of exact space where the brackets supposed to come in. So I'm gonna show you that in a second when it's gonna be joined. You see I don't have much space in there, so that's the position where it's supposed to go, right on the edge of the bracket. You see, a lot of people, they go up on the top of it and then it kind of twist the whole things on the side and pressuring the glass. So make sure you in the right place in there. So here exactly the same space at the end of the panel, no space here, nicely connected. And now this panel, I find this slightly difficult because I was alone here, so one side was popping in and out as I was putting, as you have to get the middle in as well at the same time, but it is possible. You see, just go from one side to the other side. Don't do one side all the way in and then come to the other side. Put the glass over the panel but don't push it all the way in. Just put the glass on the top. So it's gonna be like 2-3 millimeters on the top of the frame, and then go to the other side and do exactly the same. You see, just lift the glass nicely, so you're not putting pressure on the mirror. So leave the mirror panels up, and you're in. Now you're gonna have to get into the same correct gaps as you did on the other side. So, but the key is to put whole panel. You see, I'm pushing here, the other side coming out. So if it's two of you, one can do one side, another one another side. If not, just be patient and go slowly side by side. So come in nicely as I'm here. Now I'm in the right position. So now I can slide it in, not putting pressure on the glass on the mirror as the mirror is on the top. I'm in the right position here. You see the bracket coming nicely in. That's the space exactly where you have to be, on one side, on the front and back. So just push it in and push it on both sides at the same time. Exactly the same here in the correct space. I'm happy with that. Now I can push it all the way in. You don't need to put too much pressure. It's gonna come nicely in. If you're in the right space, you're just gonna slide it in very easily. Now when you're gonna lift it up, be careful because the panels are not connected. The top panel is open and the bottom panel is not connected. So just lift it up slowly. You see here, I should be a little bit out from the wall as well. So I have to push it here towards me. So get into the right position. I have at least 40 centimeters around the panels. You see, there is no screws here. So it can open at any time when you're lifting this up. If it's two of you, good. If not, you can do it like I did, but just go slowly. Good practice. Put some cardboard behind the doors, as it's aluminum frame. It can scratch your wall. We can put all the screws in, which is missing for now. We're gonna have exactly the same screws, and it's gonna be 2 screws on the top and bottom panel. Here, 2 screws on this side. And this is all the same screws as with the old panels in there. Here in one corner we have it already. So we fix the other side, 2 screws in the bottom or top panel. So we're securing all the corners. Make sure there is no gap between the panels, but you should be fine at this point as everything went nice and easy and we in the right position with the all L-shaped brackets. Here, this is the brackets which we put in. If you didn't put them, you're gonna have to open everything up. At least one, you're gonna have to open the one's top side up and put them in. So if you have them in as I have it here, you're in a good luck, and just secure them with 1 screw on the top for now. Exactly the same with the middle. Push the bracket up and secure it with 1 screw. Now you can secure them completely. You can go all the way in, so not as the bottom ones. The bottom one, because we need to twist the bracket when we're putting the dividing slim panels in. We didn't push them all the way, but now we can secure them completely, all 3 of them at the bottom as well. Now we're gonna have 6 of these screws. This is the locking screws for the middle brackets. So at this point, all the frame should be nicely connected and the brackets are right nicely on the connecting with the side panels. Just secure those locking screws into the brackets. When you tighten them up, don't go crazy here. When you feel the resistance, just stop. Don't go over the board, otherwise you can kind of twist them over the frame. The frame kind of is gonna start to open and the brackets are actually gonna come out. So just when you feel resistance is locked strong enough, just stop. Don't put too much pressure on it. Don't go crazy here. This is the last 6th one. You're gonna have 7 of these screws for 1 door. So usually the one is extra. I think they're counting 1 extra because they're small, easy to lose them. So you should have 7 of them. Are you gonna use only 6? And you can lose 1. Same here, you see, not too much pressure. Just I feel the resistance, that's it. Here, the duster, as this is gonna be the inner door, we're gonna put the duster on this side. So if you have the doors positioned exactly the same as I have it here, just put the duster on this side. Actually, at this point, it doesn't matter where you put the duster. It's gonna matter when you're gonna put the hinges. So here you can see when the doors are up for a better explanation. So if your doors, outer doors are on the left and inner door on the right side, the duster on the right side on the inner door is gonna be on the right side. And the duster on the outer door is gonna be on the right side as well. So when you put the doors together, you're gonna have both dusters on the right side. If you have the doors the other way around, your inner door on the left and outer door on the right. You're gonna put the dusters on the left on both doors. So here we're gonna finish the dusters. So just take the paper cover off and place the duster in the gap. Make sure you're in the gap all the way, otherwise the duster is gonna go kind of funny, zigzagging all over the place. So just put the duster right in the gap. So this is the inner door hinges. They are a bit smaller. You're gonna need exactly the same screws, so top and bottom hinges. We're gonna start with the top hinges and the 6 screws. So top hinge coming in, the wheel is on the inner side. Place it in to the hole and secure the hinge with the 3 screws. You see the white wheel is on the inner side, that's important thing. Lock and unlock the wardrobe. So keep it unlocked for now, so it's in the bottom position. And exactly the same on the other side. Inner hinge, the hinge for inner door, the wheel on the left or on the inner side, and secure the hinge with the 3 screws. Adjustable torque on this electric screwdriver, fantastic as always. If you like to see all the links for the tools I'm using in the descriptions. And unlock the hinge at the end. Bottom hinges, 2 hinges, 4 screws. You're gonna need 2 screws for each bottom hinge. Just place it in and secure it with 2 screws. Exactly the same at the bottom. Place the hinge and secure it with the 2 screws. Important thing here, the plastic on the top, on the bottom hinge, don't lose it. If you lose it and you put the doors up, they're gonna make nasty squeaking noise when you're sliding the doors left and right. So sometime when you're putting the doors up, the plastic pop out. So just make sure it's in once you put the doors in. Here, when you position the door, you see I'm going slowly left and right. The doors are very big with the glass doors. Everything is assembled correctly, but still be gentle. Don't put too much pressure on it. And that's it for this part. Don't forget to check out part 2 when I'm gonna put the doors on the side, to assemble these doors on the side. As you can see it here, if you have a restricted space. And check the part 3 when I'm gonna show you how to put the bottom and the top rail, how to put the side panels, and how to lock and unlock both doors, how to take them off the rail and on the rail. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a fantastic day and see you in part 2.